Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another roster review. So let's first start by giving a shout out to today's Holotable hero Stanimal the Ravenous, and shout out to their guild as well, the Holes Arodium Acolytes, and they're in Kyber too, assuming they didn't come there using this squad, but hey, I guess it's a fun one. They're trying something out, I don't know. As always, we'll kind of go through their roster and just talk about what to work on. I'm not going to go through every faction because for the most part, you know, at nearly 12 mil GP, they've got more or less everything already. I also had a look at their mods and, you know, pretty much their mods are on point, so nothing really to say in terms of mods. Other than that, they know what they're doing in the mod department. Now, what they did say is that recently they made some upgrades more focused towards Grand Arena, which obviously reflects in their performance that they were able, you know, to be in Kyber 2, which is very good for their GP. But now they think they want to maybe focus on the guild stuff. So it looks like he's a real team player, so that's my kind of player. And they're saying maybe focusing on the next trade. Now, we don't have full details about the next trade, but we do have some hints that allows us to start preparing for it. However, I did say they don't really have any Jedi Vanguard, so they're kind of limited with what they can do there. So we'll definitely be looking out like what teams they can build out for the raids. And then as well for territory battles, especially they were thinking to build teams out for all the special missions to earn some get free currency. So there looks like they're able to do the Marine special mission. They did say Zepho mission, but I think they meant the Zepho unlock mission on Baraka, not the actual clone Zepho mission, because they don't have enough clones at Relic 7 to attempt that. And they also do Riva special mission as well. So, you know, they got 3 missions they can do. So again, we'll be looking out what units to build out to get the rest of the special missions done as well. So let's just, I guess, start going through the factions where we can work on. So first things first, obviously the new raid, Bad Batch. From what I understand, all the new Bad Batch guys will be then needed for the raid. So definitely they're only farmable. So I would just suggest as a, you know, maybe #1 priority in terms of farming while you're waiting for clones to be farmable is start farming these guys to 7 stars, and then, you know, just gear them up, relic them up. I don't know, I think like Relic 5 is a kind of a good middle ground to start off, and then we can obviously, once the raid hits, we can see, you know, is it worth pushing higher, because we don't know in terms of the skill points, reward system with the boxes. So I would just say as a baseline, Relic 5 should be good for these guys. And then from what I see, they're also a decent Grand Arena team as well, so you'll benefit there also. And clones, so speaking of another, I guess, raid team, as you can see, they already got the 2 of the 4 clones all the way leveled up. Omicron's Relic 9, very impressive, very good. So it looks like the other 2 clones, they're just waiting that they become farmable to finish them to 7 stars. Or maybe they can still get Scorched to 7 stars because his event still on? I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, 2 more clones to go, and then this will obviously give you a team that you can then use under Tarkin leading the raid, because in the raid we cannot use Lord Vader, so Tarkin will be the lead. So this gives you already 2nd team for the raid, and of course the new clones are required to unlock the legendary Mace window, which again will come in handy for the raid, I'm pretty sure. Let's also bring Rex to Relic 7, right? Because on Zephyr we have the clone special mission at the moment. You got 5s, Captain Rex, Arc Trooper and Echo. So you really are missing a 5th clone. Unfortunately, we can't use Dark Clones there, right? Because it's a light side planet. So let the Captain Rex to 7 stars, so there'll be another special mission you'll be able to do on Zephyr. Obviously, if your guild is unlocking Zephyr or not, I don't know. If they are, get OG Rex to Relic 7 so you can also do special mission there. Now, they did mention they don't have a Jedi Vanguard team, but actually they do, right? Because just pause here for a moment. They've got Barris, that's 1 Jedi Vanguard. We will be working on Calaran back to unlock Bo, that's 2 Jedi Vanguards. And guess what? We've got 2 more Jedi Vanguards coming as the Marquis soon, which will be required to unlock Mace. They will have clones, which means they will get Mace as well. And that gives you a full Jedi Vanguard team. You got Barris, Calaran back, And then the 2 new Jedi Vanguard, which will be required for Mason the 5th. So even here, it will give you a full team as well for the raid. Now, we don't know, will all Jedi Vanguard be available for the raid, because we already have these guys leveled up from the Naboo raid. So would CG be that kind to let us double dip on our Jedi Vanguard? Maybe, maybe not. But even if counterback obviously is not allowed to be used in the raid, it won't matter, right? Because you need him for bow anyway. Just have a look at that, because all of these guys are used, right? In the Naboo raid. Huh. Then maybe the new raid won't be that bad, because we already have all of these guys from the Naboo raid anyway. So anyway, off topic here. Let's continue now with the roster review. So kind of halfway there with the clones, so very, very good. Now in terms of Imperial Remnants, they do have all of them. I would just maybe suggest bringing Moff Gideon to Relic Free, maybe Stormtrooper to Relic Free as well, just so when we do get some Datacrons, right, for the Empire or Imperial Remnants or Imperial Troopers, with the level 6, you will be able to use these guys in Grand Arena with the level 6 Datacron. So just get them to Relic Free at minimum, so that they can be a bit more usable from that point of view. Then Mandalorians, they don't have Bo-Katan yet, so again I would suggest to level up, obviously get Mando, Paz and Grogu to Relic 7, so obviously Paz and Grogu still need to be farmed up to 7 stars, because obviously we do have a special mission on Tatooine for Bo that will again allow you to earn some currency for your guild. So I would suggest to do that, and of course Bo-Katan is a great team to use in Grand Arena. Can do a lot of good stuff for you there as well. And then let's look at the Rebel fighters. They did actually say that they don't have Luthen yet, so they're not sure can you do this without Luthen, and you can, because I've done this mission before Luthen was actually added to the game. And the team that you want, you obviously need Saw at Relic 7, so let's get him up and running. Then because we don't have Luthen in there with the Pretaunt, I would suggest you push Baze there to Relic 7 as well. For the Pretaunt, you need Kara at Relic 7, she's the key for her Termite removal, and also she stuns Empire enemies on her AoE. It's got only 2 turn cooldown her AoE, so basically you can keep them stun locked. Then you will also want Jin in there, just in case things go wrong, you can revive somebody. And then finally you need Captain Rex. You have him already at Relic 7, so he's then the 5th member in there for his AoE days, just in case things, enemies start taking turns, they can't call to assist because of the days. So then, this will be your team for the special mission on Kashyyyk that you can use. There we go, smugglers. Zori, I was debating, do I recommend farming up Zori or not? I mean, in Kyber 2, maybe Resistance can still be useful, but just looking at their roster, they've got so much other better teams already that unless you have extra resources to spare, get Zori up and running as well. Otherwise, personally, I can't remember when was the last time I used Finn Resistance Squad for anything meaningful, to be honest. So I'm not mad at that. However, what we should be working on in the smuggler department is getting Kira and Young Han to Relic 5 for their special mission on Corellia. And then as well, if obviously your guild is getting to Castle, then L3 and Kira at Relic 8 are there needed for the special mission as well. So, you have quite a few things, special missions to fill out, and I have a feeling like once you're at a point where you're happy with your Grand Arena performance, that's exactly what you should be looking at next. Completing special missions, because that get free builds up quite quickly. Because, you can look at, I'm going to invest all these resources just to get like 10, 20, 30 get. But no, you're not just getting 10, 20, 30, because you're giving it out to all your guild mates, right? So essentially, then for every special mission, you're actually giving out, 1,000, 1,500 get free currency, right? And if every member of the guild would do that, then get free would stack up really, really fast. So definitely, I think, special missions on territory battles, I think are a little bit underrated, I think, in terms of people's investments. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. I'm biased a little bit towards territory battles, so that's why. Anyways, so we went through the roster. Again, not many factions to work on, because again, looking at really the roster, they've got more or less everything. Like, they don't have Ahsoka yet, but they don't have Ezra. That's why I don't recommend them going for Ahsoka, because Ahsoka without Ezra, you know, I think she's not worth the investment. They don't have Kenobi yet, so they're not really a fan of some of the Galactic Republic Jedi, so they'd rather not work on Kenobi, and that's fine. Like, you know, everybody should just work what they feel like they want to engage with, right? You don't need to feel pressure to work on something that you don't. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this roster. You know, at nearly 12 mil GP, they've got all the key pieces, like the mods are in place, they've got the Omicron, so a really nice roster, to be honest. You're just kind of working on the new stuff that's upcoming, the new clones, the new Bad Batch, and the new Jedi Vanguard, and you know, they'll be very nicely positioned for the raid, territory battles, and also Grand Arenas. So we went through all the things. As always, let's have a look at a quick plan, just to give you an idea of how this will develop over time. So first off, we'll just start farming with all the Bad Batch, because you know, they're only there to be able to be farmed. As soon as the 2 new clones become farmable, I would maybe even pause with the Bad Batch and do the 2 clones first in their position, because I only got half of clones already, and also the 2 remaining clones are at 6 stars already. So as soon as they get farmable, I would just halt with the Bad Batch and get them on clones. But obviously from the plan's perspective, I don't know when they will become farmable, so just something I wanted to mention. So working on the Bad Batch, working on the new clones, then farm up as well the remaining bow requirements to 11 stars. And then these 2 question marks are for the 2 upcoming, right, Jedi Vanguard, which again, I would suggest that, you know, by the time they're done with all of this, clones, Bad Batch, bow, these guys will probably be farmable already, so they can just continue the farm towards unlocking Mace. And then in terms of gearing, they've got some things already at 7 stars, so just need to, as before, get your smugglers, rebel fighters, Beskar Mando, gear them up to gear 13, and then obviously we need to relic these guys up. So first we could relic, obviously if your guild is unlocking Zepho, get Rex to relic 7, so you can immediately start working on another special mission there. Then we can round up our rebel fighters here to relic 7. Then Han, Kira, L3 to relic 6, relic 8, and then you'll be able to as well get mission in Corellia. And then we got Soya at relic 7 and L3 at relic 8. This will then at this point allow you to get special mission on Kessel, obviously if your guild is getting there or not, and then also special mission on Kashyyyk for Saw with their rebel fighters. And then we just kind of, you know, relic up the remaining guys as they become 7 stars and gear 13, just kind of following the gearing queue really. And then at this point you will have your Bad Batch for the raid, you'll have your Tarkin clones for the raid, and then here you'll be slowly wrapping up the bow farm, which will also allow you then to shortly after that get the special mission on Tatooine there as well. And then obviously further down the line get your Jedi Vanguard and Mace for the raid. So this would be my recommendations of what they should be working on, because again, they've got pretty much everything, and looking at the roster, yeah, just get the new stuff up and running, get both sorted out, and you know, they will be on track to do a lot of wonderful things in territory battles, raids, as well as Grand Arena. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.